Raindrops on roses and whiskers and kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of mine, and then I don't feel
those girls in white dresses with white dress. Girls in white dresses with roses. Girls in white dresses with white dress. Girls in white dresses with roses. Girls in white dresses with girls in white dresses, yeah, roses. Girls in white dresses with white dresses, in white dresses, yeah, with girls in white dresses, with white dresses, with girls in white dresses, with white dresses, white dresses, with roses.
doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Those are so bad, so bad. So bad. Those girls in white dresses with girls in white dresses, yeah, roses. Girls in white dresses with white dress. Girls in white dresses with girls in white dresses, with white dresses, with girls in white dresses, with white dresses, white dresses, with roses.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers and kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages
What are the other? Push play.
tied up with strings. These are a few of mine, and then I don't feel
Those
Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. There are ways out. There is a light somewhere. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, of how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds. And it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All the way. All the way. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is. Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Beyond the watch, there are ways out. There is a light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Beyond the watch, the gods will offer you chances. Know them. Take them. He can't beat death, but he can beat death in life, sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. The gods wait to delight in you. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, of how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds. And it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All the way. All the way. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is.
Wing it. Wing it.
Pressure. The good news is a lot of people watching. So whoever goes.
Dude, Chris needs definitely get back in this. Younger,
Loud.
very loud. No, like I don't know what's going on with Nipsey Hussle.
I heard research it. I don't know if it's true or what, but Brett Favre wants to. Oh, yeah. I swear to you.
Have you seen his commercials?
Bro, look it up.
Really? Gotta check that.
Yep.
Yes. Brett Favre announced comeback. Sure. Back everyone. $40.
Part of me thinks mobility in the pocket, staying healthy, is a huge issue.
Can't have that.
All those hits, healthy, less hit.
He has the arm for it.
Because they're the best passers aren't very mobile. Pocket.
For besides,
Runners.
it's
Like Brady's not fast.
no Brady's horrible. Brady, no horrible. He's probably the most. Him and Dan Marino are probably the least agile, mobile quarterback.
But he's one of the best pocket passers.
Oh, and it's they don't have physical skills. They're dominant mentally. Know when things are coming. They know where their people are supposed to be, and they're gonna. Same with what's his name? Peyton Manning. Never had the strongest arm. Never had any. Never had the skills.
I think Peyton has football.
Oh yeah, he can go up there and read what the defense is gonna.
Exceptional.
Yeah,
That's what they say. LeBron James. Obviously, he's a great athlete. Present, but his IQ higher than
everybody's supposed to be. He what's supposed to happen before 5 steps.
Yeah, it's like predicting the future.
Yeah. Oh, we can talk about that. Lakers picked up Anthony. Not a big basketball guy. A big. I used to
have this
love football. Bothers you. Me, I used to love watching.
Had fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you have a little something on it,
or whatever the thing was like in it. It wasn't a great fan. Made it more.
Only thing that keeps me in watching football at all anymore. That keeps me watching. Off-season junkie, finding out what's going on. But what?
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and kick off. Bill and I would just sit here and talk statistics, and you have somewhat of a show, and guys, before we jump in, Go ahead, take seconds.
And I think
Quick 15, 20 seconds. Get centered with a little breathwork meditation and watching it. Okay. Welcome to join in. We will.
five, 4, 2.
I do the countdowns. All right. Since we're already live, we're technically not going live, but we will go ahead and say that anyway. Going live in 10, 4, 3. And we are live with the Lost in the Sauce show. It is June 18th, I believe. Probably 4 or 5 months into this project. I stopped counting the weeks. Kept throwing me off. But it is a pleasure to be back in the studio. Had some scheduling conflicts last week. Finals on day. Bachelor Nation got moved over, so everything. Good to be back. It's good to have behind the scenes Bill front and center, cream face of the brand Bill. Yeah, what do we gotta think new nickname. So it's like Broadband. I'd be Broad.
Kill Shot Cal. What am I, pawn shop? Cal?
I forget. I like Broadband.
Okay.
We're gonna get t-shirts. So with that being said, I digress. Sorry. Shout out to everyone. I don't know. I think it might just be me and Bill watching. Maybe Noah. Shout out to Noah. Chat. We love everybody tuned in. We're sort of transitioned from the Facebook Live to YouTube. We're gonna get all the scene stuff figured shortly, so probably next week. And Bill and I are gonna play with some back production stuff. Well, hopefully we'll get it done next. Kind of bring some production value to the show, add some alerts and animations, and kind of what works for show. But until then, got the same 2 mugs, front and center, bringing you the raw, the real, the uncut from Manifest Lifestyles. As is tradition, I guess we'll get into our weekend check-in. Start off with you, Bill. How was the weekend? It was a big week. I know we want to kind of use a lot of my show to talk about this significance, but check in a bit.
Great weekend. Took the family out Saturday. Took the little guy out and went horseback riding for him, which was the first time he went on a horse by himself without us next to him, trotting along by himself.
Like a pony, like a little.
Yeah, a little pony. They strap him in, and he just goes along for 2 laps. Went on a choo-choo train, favorite thing, and I'm starting to enjoy my son more. Starting to get older, so I'm.
How old is he?
2.5 years, 8 months. So I'm starting to. Those are cool things.
Personality starting to form, and
sure.
Yeah,
Sunday got 9 holes. Great.
Yeah.
Going out to dinner that night, which we'll talk about later. But perfect dinner. Steak was delicious.
I wish Jason's cut was. His was like
so good. Filet mignon at Fleming's. Shout out Fleming's.
Shout out Fleming's. Thanks for knocking the hour off our bill. Being a half hour late to see us. Father's Day. Yeah, Sunday was Father's Day. How was Father's Day?
It was good. I forgot it was Father's Day.
For father.
Yeah. It was good. My oldest son didn't So, but other than that, it was a great father. Out to breakfast in the morning. Got out Brent's deli breakfast, the golf, and it was a full fun Sunday. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. I want to actually, before I do my weekend check-in, it just came to me. Father's Day is sort of an interesting because my father passed away, and I know that my father left.
Yeah.
Being a father, Father's Day, didn't have a dad. Like, is there any of that stuff that comes up? Because I know it comes up for me.
No, you know what? My dad literally left the day I was born. The day I was gone. So I never met him. He was murdered. So literally, I have no relationship besides what other people would ask. Like, the only thing I know. So not having a father never affected me where I noticed it affected me. It affected me in other ways in my life, but not where I ever noticed, where I ever missed. Because I always say it's hard to miss them.
Yeah.
So no, it never affected me. Father's Day, honestly, I presents. Thanks, you're. No, it's
Do you
never
ever
had
feel left out when other kids are like, "Oh, it's Father's Day," or
Not
comes
that I can
up, or like,
remember.
"Oh, what are you gonna do for your dad?" And like,
Not that I remember. Again, it was just that's the way it was. So it wasn't a thought. See, you had your dad for a few years. You have memories of your dad. So it's different than mine. I know you were young, have those memories. I never knew any different. So if anybody ever asked me, no, I don't think it ever bothered me because no, I know it's hard for a lot of people.
I think it's not. I don't know if it's hard. I have some weird stuff. I think a lot of my um not all puberty's hard enough.
Yeah.
You know, having, but sort of had this thing around Father's Day. Like, who do I call for? Like who do I break it down to like I feel bad for. So like my mom's father, my grandpa, yeah. But I mean she's in her 60s and he died like he was still relatively young. I don't want to fuck up. Let's just say he was.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a significant amount of time, but my mother and father were very close. But so she doesn't have anyone to celebrate. He's an adult and he was a grandpa, so yeah. Like it kind of sort of like nature taking its course. Like you don't Father's Day. But for me, I haven't had a father so long, and thing, and other people would be celebrating and this and that, and I would kind of like feel bad for myself. I don't have that habit, and I always kind of felt off. I didn't feel like really sad, like fuck this, but it definitely felt a little. Whether someone asked about it, I definitely have figures.
Mm-hmm.
Very like. But yeah, I have this weird kind of feeling like, oh, woe is me, kind of sad. Crazy thing, Father's birthday, Valentine's. So when Valentine's Day comes around, be about the relationship. You know, I obviously there's two people in a relationship, but for me, Valentine's girlfriend, yeah, other. So it's all about them. But then I have this weird thing in my head, like, oh, this is my dad's not here. Go on this thing. I mean, then I have to tell that story, and now the intention's on me. But then I feel selfish because Valentine's Day, and I'm sort of half of that equation. Kind of weird, you know. And another big thing when I meet other people who are, you know, 50s and 60s, still have that, like talking to someone who could be my father, even arguably my grandfather, talk about their fathers, their dad. He did get shortchanged.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fucked up. Like, you still have your parents. He's how old? 90 something. Still trucking along. Oh yeah, we talk every. Oh, that's it's good for them. But
Yeah.
ultimately, I feel bad for myself. But it's sort of a weird holiday. I didn't get a chance to do the reaching out. I mean, my father's now. Two of my stepping in. Definitely sort of a weird holiday. And it's been like that for, as far as my weekend, though. Weekend was great. Spent some time with friends, got out and about. I think that was the first 9 holes I had played. I don't think I played last. Kind of up in the air about surfing and kind of jumped around. Good to get back out there. I didn't play. I didn't get frustrated with my play because I knew I hadn't played in a while. I didn't warm up. But for not having played for, I thought I played pretty good. Yeah. My driving was fine. My chipping was repetition. I was actually thinking to work yesterday. Like, I'm gonna go to Roger Dunn and get it. Fucking whatever. Help thing. What do they call that? The tools you get. You get a little mat, little wiffle balls, like fucking whatever. Chipping helper purchase. Something to help me chip. I didn't do it yet, but I want to get like one of those little AstroTurf. It's like a little slice of AstroTurf. Get the wiffle balls, they're golf ball size balls, and then target area. And I could be down in the living room and just work, just chip all day. And I'm thinking, I'm like, well, how much is obviously form, swing, how the club goes in and out of these, essentially this lane, right? Backswing. And that will be helpful. But having it be a wiffle ball versus a real golf ball, like how will that affect? Could that reinforce bad habits? You know, and ultimately at the end of the day, like I'm like, fuck it, I think something to just work on my chips because although it's frustrating, I'm what I'm doing chipped enough to habits. And that's one thing I've heard over and over again is you need to get lessons early because you don't want habits. And it's going to be that much harder to correct later. Like now, Jason being like working for LACC and like really, really turning into a golfer. He's been helping me with my chips and I've been fucking it up. Every time he says, no, do this, it gets worse, but I know that I have to stick with it and I need to correct it now. So like towards the round, I was like, no, I could probably have a better shot right here if I went to fucked up way. You know, right way.
That's the hardest thing
to
do
way.
In golf.
Yeah, and then, but I had like a couple nice, oh shit, put it up onto the green and yeah, I gotta get a chipping. Go buy something to help with.
Yeah, I know.
It's exactly. It's not like a tool. It's something else. Hey, a trainer, right? I guess.
Yeah, it's a chipping train.
Chip train.
There you go.
Anyway, but yeah, biggest news over the weekend. Broadband Bill got what happened, Bill?
Had my birthday, my rebirth birthday.
365 days sober on Sunday.
Father's Day.
Yeah, on Father's Day.
I didn't realize it was on Father's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Last year I went in on Father's Day. Realized that this Father's Day. Yeah, I got 1 year. Great. It's an accomplishment and I'm proud of myself for it. I think we've talked about this before, but it's something that I kind of expected of myself. I've gone through this, gone down this path times now, and it feels great. It does feel great. I love it. I expected this of myself. Like I'm not like, ooh, I can't believe I got it.
Yeah.
I'm at that point in my life.
You've also gotten a year before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've gone down this path, and I had 4 years, and that went down. So this is something that I expected of myself. I'm not patting myself too much I am a bit. This is expected of me. Expected of myself. I don't actually have a self-esteem, so it's what I expect of myself, and I feel great about it. And you know, I love it. I love that I got here. I don't want to sound like a cocky guy, but knew I was gonna.
I kind of had that feeling. I was like you said, you expected of someone, but it's other people I've seen didn't seem much with full sobriety, maybe other stuff like mental health stuff, their life issues. As far as physical sobriety, your dedication to recovery seem pretty dialed in.
Yeah, and then this time, the biggest part of what I did this time is I could be physically sober, but I'm not in recovery. I've been that. I've done that. This time, between what we do, the work we do, and going to a therapist, I'm literally getting the mental part down, which for me is the emotional support. I mean, just talking to somebody about shit I didn't even know bothered me has helped me so much. I mean, going to every week, talking to, go to my therapist huge. I love it. Doing what we do, whether podcast or around the manifest world, talking to other people is so huge. And I'm doing it a lot of times. I got to go here. It's out. Most things. Got to talk to him. That 5 minute, that guy makes me know I'm helping him. Yeah. He's helping me without knowing. And yeah, the mental part is the part that I've never worked on it. Issues that I've ever had that got me into where and now I have for the first time, thanks to Manifest for even introducing me to therapy. I've gone to places before and there was no therapy. AA, and that was it. There was no getting to the bottom of why I was even the way I miserable the way in the first place. Manifest changed that, and hopefully for many others to come. But no, I'm thankful for Manifest for that. It's one thing. It really has changed my life. A lot of people say that literally it changed me. I'm happy. I'm happy other people can see it can be done.
Hope to.
Yeah, I still keep in contact with the people when I was there, and my crew is still all sober.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
how I got lucky in that way too.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah, my whole crew is still sober. We got Stephanie, or a friend of ours, bungee jumping for her year recently. The girls, or skydiving. Sorry, what'd I say? Skydiving, excuse me. And everybody's still sober from that crew, and it was a good crew. I mean, you could have bad crews. Good crew. I'm happy for all of us. We're all getting our good times.
What I've seen, observation, talked a little bit about your dedication to the. What does it look like for me? Same thing for people who just go to work. Oh, I go to work, I get up, I go gym, dinner, go to bed, whatever, feed the dog. But it's like your routine. But you have this dedicated routine that seems to fuck with it. But apart from that, I've seen is your enjoyment of life slowly improve. It hasn't been drastic. Some people it's like a huge swing and they're just backflips all the time and I'm so excited and then they fall or they just closer. But little by little I've seen you enjoy your life. Not just recovery, like life at home, relationship, the kid, dealing with how work isn't ideal and like just sort of processing all. Really see you enjoy your life little by little. Not like I want to go golf, like I need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like I don't want to go surf, I need. Keep yourself in that zone, as far as not just being sober, like, if we're happy, turning like.
Yeah.
I think that is part of the huge reason why percentage sober long term are so low. Establishing hope and then having some.
Yeah.
Because I personally think we're not just born. find our little boxes, hide it in our boxes, figure out how to pay for the box, pop in a. There's so much more there, and that's kind of what this project is about, right? Obviously, the Lost in the Sauce show, varying topics: health, depression, love and relationships, recovery, but just enjoying life, and that's a huge. So as we model that for the generation, like we have to lead by example.
Well, one thing I have been is consistent, and with consistency, I don't get the highs and the lows. I don't have those big valleys. Mine has been steady, you know, little up, little down, little up, you know, but it's been generally going up. And I notice it in myself too. We've talked a little bit about it, but yeah, I noticed it in myself. Before it was just, oh God, I got to do this. Now, one of the things I do is at work, because what I do, shout out to NoHo Pond, House of Pond.
What's the website? Hold on, bro. What's the website?
It's nohopond.com.
There you go.
Anyway, so I get all sorts of characters in.
Oh yeah.
And and I've become a mentor for, and it's crazy. And it wasn't on purpose. It just has happened over time. The more confident I myself, the more confident in talking about my problems and problems I've gone through and
Solutions.
And now I have solutions for what's worked for me. I've had a nice period of time now, been doing these certain things that have worked. So it's easy for me to talk upon them, hearing other people do. I've done it. So now it's a lot easier to talk about. And at work, I probably have 3 conversations minimum a day, Friday, and helping people get out.
Absolutely.
So I don't hate going to work anymore because I actually get something out of it too. So just keeping that steady keel, which is really important, not to do the highs. That's what a lot of times get high or low, and because there's try to keep that steady. I don't get too upset about anything. I have plenty of problems in my life. Don't get me wrong. Sobriety hasn't cleaned my plate of problems. I still have a full, but it's how I deal with it.
Yeah, the relationship to the issue.
100%. And it's so huge.
That's how we manage.
And it comes. Will come if you, like what you always say, you have your spiritual shield. And I'm building that. And at the beginning, I didn't have it. I'm building. I'm not doing some of the stupid I was doing. And yeah, I feel better. And I feel, okay, if I have building this, I'm good. I'm good for a while. Those little things that you did say are hard to believe in when you haven't done it yet.
No practical.
Now that I have experience with it.
Well, I'm proud of you. I know Lost in the Sauce is proud of you. There's tons of people behind the scenes. Probably won't. This is a big deal. I want to kind of like, I deserve better, or I could do better, or whatever, but at the end, recognition. Not only for yourself, but that next group comes through. Like, man, if this guy could do it, I could do it. He's dealing with this, and I got the little plate of problems like I should be. And we got a couple that we ideally, if they keep doing it, great.
Funny how the ones who have stayed on the track are the ones that
I hate to toot my own horn, but it is not a mystery to me that the program, any sort of self-improvement program, AA, it could be therapy, it could be church, it could be patient practices, some sort of self-improvement, connected structure, they attain sobriety. Maybe that's someone who's out there, maybe a parent or wondering, what do I do? Like, my kid's been in and out of treatment times. You have to take a really look structure that as they being like locked down in a treatment facility. Very difficult to get once we're out, whether it's leaving sober living or maybe we didn't go oh, like why is my ever having issues staying sober long term? And it's those other people. There's the peer group, the ongoing plan for self improvement, recovery. What does that look like? Just being like, I'm physically sober, I'm good. Let me just go back to who I was.
Yeah.
I mean, the thinking is that that person, or is this person who got you in begin with. So, newsflash, it doesn't need to happen all day, but slowly but surely, we need to change that. All those habits that we formed, not just with drugs, how we deal with stress in general, going back into childhood, doing your questions best, etc. But eventually, that person needs to change, or we're not going to have results. Or we're just going to treatment. And although treatment can be a vacation for some, I know for me, I got into treatment. My goal was to get. So how do I do that? Well, I had to follow the rules. What the therapist said. I had to listen to what their little system was and buy in. And once I bought in, I got out. I was like, okay, well, how do I get out sober? This place isn't that tight either. Like, I got a bunch of people here. I got a girlfriend. I got to get out of here. I want a career. I got goals. Like, what am I gonna do? Oh, hey Ryan, you just got a fucking curfew, whatever. And I sort of towed the line, knowing that if I like bought into the system yet again, that eventually I would get to where I wanted to be. And it was really that simple. Like, it was like almost like the thinking was taken out of it. It's like, yo, this is all you have to do. I didn't have to like come up with these original thoughts on how to stay sober. They were just like, no, it's just like this. Okay, that seems simple enough.
and it's simple.
Yeah, and you just
it's too simple.
it's
I
just
guess.
sometimes the structure or the like system that each different sort of treatment modality versus work with our social schedule or our entrepreneurial financial goals and planning. Like, oh, I want to get laid, or I want to go, or I got to cut some corners over here, over there, but I have to, and I can't do those things. And it's like, shocker, right? Those behaviors are the problem. You know what I mean? So as we're like going through this evolution, constantly at odds with our older self, you have your sort of new transformation happening, hasn't taken place quite yet, and the person who got you here doing this constantly at a roadblock. This is what I know. This is what happens. This is who I am. New, like the spirit, right? It's almost like the spirit's coming alive, being like, no, better than that. This way, constantly at odds. I mean, I know I left therapy because I wanted to get a job, and the one thing I did do right is that when my ass was on fire, instead of being like all in my way, like I was trained enough because I bought into that. By the time, first time, second time, I had fire system, so my ass caught on fire, and like it wasn't going my way, and I wasn't like, oh, I got this. I'll think out of this. Like, I kind of knew that my actions. I just called, and I told the sponsor. I was like, hurting, the relationship didn't work out, the job stuff didn't work. Doing everything you do, praying, going to meet, all this shit. Where's my break? I'm not. So I at least got some guidance. Go back into stuff. Go back into IO. Continue to work. Once we're ready, we can start making decisions. I was on the East Florida. Home was LA, back in California. That's a huge piece. Am I ready to go? That's something. I'm gonna just. I got this. Like, just realizing that any of us
could say
I don't got it is like so valuable. Like, you don't got it, and that's okay.
And that admitting that, especially,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just for
We're
men
fucking stubborn,
or if it's
dude.
for everybody, but
So
yeah,
stubborn.
to admit that I don't got this. That was probably the hardest thing I've had to do. Last time that I had to go in, got in the accident, after I took pills for pain, I knew right then I didn't. It still took me. Not that I was. I don't got it. Took me.
You're still
3
kind of thinking
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe I could.
You know what I mean?
I could pull a Hail Mary. Like, got
It
this.
took me 3 weeks to say I don't got it. Put a gun in my mouth. Don't got it. Just gone. A manifest 3 months ahead. I was strong at that point. I thought I was strong. Well, everyone thinks they're strong. You know, whoever put an obstacle, yeah, still hard for me. And luckily I did.
I mean, it sounds a lot like what it is the concept of
Mm-hmm.
realizing that like we need to look outside of ourselves for this. Essentially, came to believe far greater than us. But that render process, so because it's like the fight, right? I'm fighting, warrior, male bravado, whatever, ego, and here comes the surrender. White flag has been woven, secrets, the lies, all that work that goes into
So
like
much.
being in active addiction, depression, and all that stuff. Like finally, it's just like fuck it, dude, and like having support of center, other therapists, whatever. Like fuck, now I don't have to make the decisions. At least right now, I don't have to make. That's really freeing. You know, there's a ton of freedom. So I know we have a couple topics laid out. I haven't really, just disclaimer, I haven't gone super in depth into topics. These topics that had worked out before the show, and we talked for like a couple minutes. And I was going to try to dive deep question live on air, but I think it's actually have this come up organically. So, Bill, what I'm going to let you do is intro each topic. I don't know if we'll get through all of them.
I don't think so.
I'll
Probably
be
the
able
first
to. I'll just kind of jump in. But if you want to have a couple laid out, if you
So, one of the topics is I wait for tomorrow. Why do we wait for a big event to feel a certain way, doing certain things more? Why do we hold back what we want to do for one special occasion when not as big of a way, but in increments? Why do we? This came up because me and my wife just filled out an application, amazing rate, and been talking about doing some crazy stuff. It's I've been wanting to go on Naked and Afraid
Yeah.
for a while now, and she's like, "Why don't we do one together?" And so Amazing Race came up, and so I'm telling her, "Oh man, I'll eat anything.
bugs,
Pig's ass,
slugs,
and
whatever, yeah.
whatever it is, I'll eat it. I have no problem with it. It's for that." And why does it take a big show for you to do those things? Why don't we just do those things without you having to be on TV to do it or big occasion? Why don't we make that an occasion? And right, or when you go to a funeral and you see all these people that you loved your whole life, why don't you ever talk to them? Occasions, and it sucks. When you were with them, you have a good time, but for some reason you only think about each other during bad moments. How do we do? Why are we so reserved when it comes to our emotions? We hold that in. Jordan Peterson, why don't we treat his rule?
8 rules.
And
like
it's
that.
true. Why don't we take medication? Dog gets. You make sure you give that medication. You make sure you finish all the medication. You don't stop after 5 days. You give them the full 30 days. For us, give us some antibiotics. 7 days worth. After 3, we feel better. We don't
done.
take it.
Yeah.
So why don't we treat ourselves the way we
My
treat?
UTI's gone after day 3.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I
I
mean?
need to finish this.
I don't need to finish this 4 more days. It doesn't make any sense to me. So why does it take certain things to feel like that? I, and I don't have the answer to this. I would like to start implementing that things that are important. I can make an effort to do them more. Whether even with my wife, I can make an effort to make sure she sees how much I like dinner. I never tell my wife how important. I never do. I wish I did. I don't know why I don't.
Well, we've discussed it.
Yeah, we
but
have.
like
That's what I'm
telling the
saying.
actual person.
Telling the actual person, I don't know why I have a problem with it. She has no idea. Almost every meeting we go to and I speak, she's in what I'm talking about, how important, and she doesn't know how important. I wish I was a bigger person to that, and I want to be things self, and hopefully I'll get there. It's a learning curve for me, but there's certain things I want to do on a smaller level, but on a smaller.
I mean, I like the open nature topic, like having a discussion around. Be like logic coming in, be like, reason we're not used to that level of intimacy and some, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Those could be great reasons, arguably excuses why we don't do things. Those why don't we give our flowers any Valentine's? You know what I mean? Or tell them that, like the thing brought up about your life and your recovery. I had a disagreement, not even a fight. When my girl and I have discussion, not a fight. Did a lot of good come having a discussion. But one of the things was something very similar. Being more, because these are things that I think all the time. Special. I'm so lucky. Full. Important to me. All of those things are that I think I discuss with you guys all the time. I talk about my own. Wow, like I couldn't see myself being with someone else, or like if I'm not with this person, like, very difficult to find someone who treats me this well in the future. Because my history would say it's been difficult just to get to this point. But I never tell her that. I wish I talk about you. Why don't you just tell me what you say to your? Why don't I just do that?
That's simple.
And then like I put my thinking cap on. You're full of, like I said, level of intimacy, or it's times my girl, I love you so much. And then I what I say now is thank you. Could say is look so great, I love you so much too. But for me, at least that because she initiated, now I'm forcing it. Be like, oh, here's a compliment as well because you gave me one.
Yeah.
Even though it's true,
Yeah.
just because of the like, oh, I don't want to sound like this thing.
Yeah.
But as far as like, yeah, like creating life around the things, is whether it's living more adventurously, dedicating more time to one another. A big one is, passes away. There's this outpouring support from the family, the community. Like when some celebrities died, Nipsey Hussle's a great example.
Yeah.
I didn't even know some songs that I were listening to they were Nipsey Hussle. I had no fucking clue because I wasn't a Nipsey Hussle. And although he had made a ton of records, he wasn't it wasn't like Drake or Justin Bieber, fucking Future, or one of these huge rap artists. Underground, true to his gang affiliation was, but there was this huge LA, right? Represents pride and truth everywhere. All of this people donating money from like song was sold that was produced by Jay-Z or some other artist or Khaled or whoever, like all the proceeds of the song are going to go to the family. Or Nipsey Hussle was all this work on political issues. I'm going to it was so great. Influential. Why couldn't we express all of this positivity? Why the great gesture after he's gone? or put a name on, fuck it up. But someone started that conversation.
Yeah.
Like, why is it got to be like? Where were you guys when he was around?
Yeah.
You know, why do we all have to be tribute now, and shining the light on what he's doing now that he's passed away? XX and Tentacion. He got shot, and I think same thing. Huge. Oh, he was a creative young kid. I'm gonna all this music and whole thing, but like, wouldn't even.
Yeah.
realize.
Or we're you don't know what you got till it's gone.
Yeah. And
And all
someone
that.
who is even openly battling with mental health
Mhm.
talks a lot about depression and be on this planet. So this was someone who was openly struggling with his own identity shit. And like now it's like, oh, we're not even here for you to but it is something I'm trying to get more. To be someone like have my how I be socially things, and I need to learn some behaviors.
It's hard for some reason. It's always been hard for me to show emotion, my family, to anybody I care for. It's always been hard for me to love more than always been very love you, thank you. I don't know why. I think it, I feel it. I tell other people how much I, but I don't tell that. It's annoying because there are a lot of feelings I want people to know. Like even you, I don't tell you how much. Hear as much. It's I don't know. Very difficult. I don't know what that is. It's showing that I am weak, vulnerable. There you go. Showing that I'm vulnerable, and maybe that is it. And I always assume people know. I assume that you know how much I appreciate. But no, but it's always good to tell somebody. I love it when people. So, I do. One thing I do is I do recognize it, and I do it for my wife. I don't tell her appreciate her enough. But me and my brothers do say we love each other, which is little steps. I'll take those little steps and telling people I appreciate them more. The last year, that rough.
A lot of fear, like being, like you said, naked. You're out there, butt naked, yourself, your emotions, feeling, someone, ever out there, and like, what I could judge for. They may take it the wrong way, especially with men. It's like, oh, that's so. We don't talk about that. Awkward. We're dealing with that sort of programming. But yeah, I'm the same way. I at least observationally, our conversation definitely something we talk about this time to time. And I know one example, like talking about that more. Oh, I could have gotten my feelings involved and didn't get the outcome, but I said this instead. Showing, hey, that you have these pressures at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Regardless if like I didn't get what I bigger picture. Or even like this, you're like, I don't know how he's gonna respond because like he's not used to that,
Yeah.
But that's where someone's gonna.
It's hard, and it's funny. Even with you, you already know all the bad shit about me. So things that nobody else knows. And I ever be who already knows I'm vulnerable, already knows that I'm messed up. You already know all the bad shit about me. I am my word to tell you
Something good.
that I'm appreciative
Yeah.
of. You know what I mean? It makes zero sense.
Yeah.
But, it's a working.
Thank you. The shorts, I never. You're a veteran of the Boston Talk Show. I think the short and sweet answer at that level, at least for me, maybe that's my short. Could be different for everyone else. I have to not something huge that can't be changed.
Yeah.
Might take a little bit of work, a little bit of practice, get a little vulnerable, a little comfortable.
Get rid of the
Fearful.
ego a little bit.
Oh yeah. I love the discussion. People have this negative that he's so egomaniac. Driving for mind, a lot of positive personality and character traits that we have.
100%.
So think about we had the president
Mm-hmm. But the egos built this world.
about the president of the States. Arguably the most powerful person.
Uh-huh.
To think that when you grow up, you want to be the most powerful world, very egotistic thing to think about yourself. I am so good at life. I am the best.
I'm the best.
Better than anyone.
I could train everybody. I could run everybody
Yes,
the way I
yes.
want to run them.
But no one looks at the president. Well, maybe arguably, or maybe not right now. But
Besides
50%
Trump.
of the
Yeah.
population thinks this is a good decision.
Uh-huh.
And you could go back in history and be like, wow, there's some really good presidents. What's the fuck? Abraham Lincoln, right? Well, let's say he was the best. And no one's like, oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But the thinking that I am that good doing life, I'm going to be the most powerful person,
Crazy.
right? But that's ego. That's not a bad thing for him.
Look at
It
Elon
wasn't
Musk.
even a bad thing for the country at the time.
Everybody who's made a big contribution in this world is an egomaniac, or what people
Had
call
some- yeah.
an ego. Elon
absolutely.
Musk, who's creating everything. He has a huge ego. But
Steve Jobs.
yeah, that's what
Like,
their
these are
driving
people-
forces.
yeah.
And if you could control that, I guess, in a positive way, I don't think ego is a negative thing at all.
I think that's absolutely that if maintained properly, so the opposite of ego, so if we have enough humility and practice enough humility throughout our day, manage ego in the right way, be put in, like you said, contribution to society. That's in your area of choice. That doesn't necessarily mean dollar bills.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got a lot of money because I feel correctly. Just how you are interacting in your city, your relationships, kids, with your job, whatever. Very interesting question. Have that action to ego. Fucked up. He's got
Think about what you do. You have to have ego. Do what you do, because you have to tell people, and humility. You have to have both. That's a steady line, just by helping people, telling them what they should do, or what worked for you, and owning the whole rehab and
doing the fucking show.
doing the show.
You know, like thinking that I have enough answers to be like, I'm comfortable with going live on the
Yeah.
internet saying like, hey, I have some solutions,
But and that's where your humility comes
but it's
in.
managed in the right way.
Yeah, it's all of it. Everything is. You can't get away from it. You need ego.
A certain level of genuine self-confidence.
Mhm.
Right? You have hockey that say, okay, self-confidence, lateral, having a genuine amount of feeling that you can accomplish whatever task, solve whatever problem need that.
Yeah.
But to have this debilitating, it can backwards. You're not moving in the right direction. Not good enough. Not skinny enough. Whatever the hell the issue is, things like ego, self-confidence are what combat those. Be writing that.
Don't listen to anybody else because you
Absolutely.
having that steady medium.
Yeah, you absolutely have to have things like service work.
Yeah.
Always have this. See a lot on the internet. I will go out, getting $100 bills to, and then they film it,
Bothers me.
and then everyone's like, "Wow, you're such a great guy," but he could have just as easily gone out, handed out those $100
No,
bills,
feel me.
and not necessarily document. Well, and that's that difference between being an ego. Like, make these gestures, but don't necessarily have to broadcast them, whether it's on fucking camera or not. Like, being like, "Hey, Bill, guess what I did today? I gave a homeless guy $1. Hey, Bill, guess how many people I helped today?"
Yeah.
And like that, it's totally defeating the whole thing.
What are you doing it for? If you're doing it for,
It's out of balance.
yeah, you're not doing it for the right reason.
Good
Like,
for you.
yeah, and examples of that. I love seeing the video. Actually, just catches some.
Yeah.
Paying for somebody's lunch or something. Through, boom. Like, I've done it many times. I've given away kid, knowing any better, bums, candy, not thinking my mom. But I just gave it to him. Had to tell my mom because she ended up having to
Right,
pay
where's
for all
that
the
money
candy,
at?
all the money I just gave away. Yeah, when you genuinely give something,
When you genuinely do it because you care about the other person,
yeah, it's
not you genuinely do it because you care how it makes you feel
Yeah.
in the eyes of others. That would be
there's a good example. When you give somebody a gift, and even if they throw that gift away, it doesn't. To me, I've changed, and this is something that's happened throughout. If I give you a gift and you give it to somebody, a lot of people would be bothered by that. Me, I'm not anymore. I got what I wanted to, giving it to you. That was all I wanted. Other people are, here's the gift. Mom's one of those. Get my gift? How do you like it? Are you wearing it right now? Are you wearing Ma, don't worry. You gave it to me. That's your part. Your part's over. I appreciate it.
transaction's complete.
You know, it's over. So she'll sell something at a garage sale and sell it to a guy across the street. What are you doing?
hell?
You can't do that. Of course you can. That was the transaction's over. You're out of the transaction now. And a lot of people don't do that because they wanted more out of it. But that's something I've learned.
You kind of separate.
Yeah.
You gotta- That once, buddy bought me a pair of glasses. I didn't even think that it was. I liked these. Not that I didn't like them. I actually picked them out. Like, Brian, pick out a pair of glasses. I picked them out. Loved them. They were nice. They're like Burberry. A couple $100. And I kept them for a couple months. And I saw my brother. Like, what kind of glasses? I said, come on. And I thought that the glasses looked better on him than they did on me. And I picked them out for me. So I thought they looked halfway decent at least. I kind of awkward. They look good on him. I was like, you know what? You can have them. You know? And he was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, right on.
Yeah.
And then Buddy Gabe found out about it, and I could tell. And I can't explain to him what I just said to you. Like, oh, dude, really good on him, and like you. So I kind of like took his gratitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His gesture, and kind of made it my own by being like passing it off. But it still made me feel good to do that for my brother. Taking consideration that hurt by that. And I guess what you're saying is that, yeah, you know, feelings can get involved or do whatever, but at the end of the day, it's not as much about that later portion of it. It's a gesture to that, like, it should be enough.
Yeah.
That, like, oh, I did something nice for something. How cool. That's just. So we have a couple more topics, man. I know we've been going on. I don't know if you want to jump right in or cut it here and
I'm actually good to talk.
let's save the middle topic,
Yeah.
the relationships one, next week. But let's get into that last.
Okay, the last one. This is
Will be some fun.
This is me. Are you for the underwear or for free balling? Me, I'm a free baller. I've been a free baller for probably 20 years.
Ballin'. 20 years.
20 years I've been a free baller.
How's gravity?
It's working.
Gravity's working
Gravity's working. It's not working
for you
any more than if I was wearing, tidy whities or else.
That's part of the argument. Is support. Some people like the feeling of the support.
Yeah.
And some people don't.
Yeah, I can't.
Want to be free. So
I can't.
But the added benefit of having support, that gravity's gonna have an effect on
No.
said garment area.
It
For women,
hasn't-
it could be up top, but for men, it's down.
It hasn't affected. Will
I
it
think
ever?
genetically in that area, gravity is already.
Yeah, that's done. But
But I'm personally not. I'm not. I don't sleep naked. I'm not a boxer guy. I'm a brief guy. I like briefs. I don't like tidy whities. I like the short. It's shorts,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like on your thigh. They're cut.
half box.
It's called. They're
Boxer
called
briefs.
briefs. I think the other cut is called bikini. We think of tidy whities.
Yeah.
Called the bikini cut, and then you have
Boxer brief cut.
boxer brief cut, bikini cut, banana cut.
A naked sleeper, and no. No, I just feel so free. Like everything shorts, everything restrict me and move and all that. No, but I mean, sanitary wise, I guess it's.
I
And
figured that out.
and now they have wet wipes, which is a whole nother subject.
Oh, absolutely right.
Lifesaver.
They'll just clog your toilet.
Well, they have the. They're perfect.
I didn't see that they had flushables.
Yeah.
That was the big thing. Was like,
Yeah.
if you do too many wet wipes, then you're gonna clog the toilet. Plus, they get a little expensive.
They
Wet
do
wipes is like an extra level of bulk.
but it's so worth it.
Like
One
if
of
you
those things,
only wet wipe, kind of reached an upper echelon.
I only wet wipe.
Yeah.
Like
Only.
if I don't wet wipe, I feel dirty.
Well, so
I
like
have wet wipes in every bathroom. I have them at work. I have them everywhere. I even have them in my car.
so wet wipe are sort of maybe the U.S.'s equivalent to A in Europe. So we are one of the only countries who issue super unsanitary. If you think about it, if you really break it down, what it's doing essentially is just like smearing bacteria and shit all over
Yeah.
your rear end, as opposed to a bidet actually washing it, right, and getting rid of it, as opposed to like getting most of it and then leaving a bunch left over.
Bad.
So like the wet wipe is kind of that hot meat. Hey, Bode.
I mean,
Are we
Fiji-
offline? What happened?
Oh shit! How long's it been offline? So I'm in Tahiti. O'Day, and I didn't know they had hot and cold water on Boday's.
Ooh.
Burn my butthole. I got
There would be like a limiter on how.
yeah.
hot.
No, it was. Ooh. Yeah, full blown. Right in the old. They aim perfect too. It's like a perfect aim. It wasn't
Kind
on
of intimidating when you look at it. You're like, ooh.
Yeah, and most toilets and not just in, and our toilets are really high. They're not supposed to be that high. Doing their business.
You're supposed
be
to have
lower.
your feet
Yeah,
up a little.
supposed to be like
higher.
this.
Yeah.
and that's what they had here too. The smaller, the lower, everything easier.
There's a little thing you can
To leave your
talk about it on how.
uh-huh.
But all it is essentially a step stool. What it does is it bend.
What you need.
Give you a better streamlined evacuation.
We've gone from underwear to wet wipes
Bunghole.
Burt bungholes. Yeah. But free balls, free baller, 100%. My wife hates it. Have gas. She thinks
I gotta
she
go.
thinks that shit particles.
She's kind of right.
does have a
Scientifically, if we
point.
pulled out a
She
microscope,
does have
she's
a point.
absolutely right.
Yeah. But luckily, no one's pulling a pirate.
On a black light on your
I would
shores.
not want to see that. But yeah, free balling is the way to go for me. I can't. I haven't put on a pair.
I know we don't have a ton of viewers right now, but eventually watch this video. So I'd love to hear your guys' feedback on underwear, and this could be male or female. Wearing undergarments. I know for women, there's certain things you just wear underwear in. I'm not a professional, but like jeans versus yoga pants versus that dress, whatever. There's certain occasions and certain outfits that sort of dictate what to wear as far as an undergarment, if any. I've met I just don't wearing jeans. They don't want the underwear lines. They just don't wear underwear. Like, well, wear like long. You're not gonna get the talking about backlog of arguments. But I know at least up top there are different from a bra. Yeah. Some people, there are some arguments that say wearing a bra helps having sagging breasts over factors like how many kids you've had. There's a bunch of factors. They say, oh, wear a bra because the breasts won't. Then there's others argue that wearing a bra allow the muscles that keep the breasts up higher, firm or tight or whatever for it. If you're wearing the bra, you're not allowing those muscles to strengthen.
Uh-huh.
So that like tissue that keeps the breasts up is not working. It's like going to the gym, it's not working out. Mm-hmm. Then it's not being used. So eventually, when you take the bra off to sleep or to whatever, then it's all. And I'm not a girl. I'm not a professional. That's just what I hear. Are putting viewpoints on the debate. Like I said, eventually someone will watch this show. Feedback. Love to hear from comments. What underwear or no underwear, different situational stuff. Let us know. And if you had any feedback or thoughts on topics today, from recovery stuff that we talked about to why what I wait for passing, holidays or whatever. So that being said, man, thank you everyone. I know eventually I'm gonna get a budget. We're gonna be promoting this thing. We're gonna have merch coming out and fight the ride. You guys are tuning. Have a little bit. Getting into stuff with you. Gotta say shout out to my boy, Broadband Bill. I don't know if that's the one, that's the name we're sticking with, but for right now, for tonight, Broadband Bill. Yeah. Have to have a project to do together, and hopefully the two of us can grab a couple of these newbies, and that'll be fun. That being said, you got any plugs on the way out? Hope on.
No hope on. Shout out to my wife Noah, son Sonny.
And for me, we have KillShotCA on Instagram, KillShotCA on Twitter, Facebook page, all KillShotCA, capital K, capital. Have lost Facebook. Thieves. Yeah, if you're looking to build a galleon,
We're trying to get a team going.
Yeah, we got giveaways and all that stuff planned for like different milestones as together. But for those of you sticking with us in the beginning, man, it's gonna crazy. And that being said, I am Killshot. See Broadband Bill.